Most of the time when people hear about a brand new live service game ended up coming out, a lot of people just run away immediately because they know it's just going to be extremely bad. Most of the time when developers make stuff like this, they don't really care about making the game actually fun. They just want to know how much money they can make and how much items can we add in the brand new microtransaction stores where you can buy extremely cool skins for like $20. I just still can't believe that actually became normal, that so much people are just okay with that. That's just absolutely insane, that in most modern video games, if you buy like 2 skins, you basically just spend $40 on a cosmetic item that doesn't even matter at all. But not so long ago, something absolutely legendary ended up happening. An extremely good live service game ended up releasing, and this is one that is so popular that is actually suffering from success, because so much people are buying it and trying to play it that the servers are just not able to handle how much new players are trying to come in, and the whole experience is just extremely bad for everyone. And I'm talking about Helldivers 2. Now, this is a game that you have definitely heard about because everyone and their mom is probably playing it at this point. Tons of extremely big streamers are playing the game, everyone on Twitter and Reddit are talking about the game, and they're actually happy, which is extremely rare because most of the time when something becomes extremely trendy on those places, they're usually just complaining about how bad it is, or just making fun of it, or it's controversial for some weird reason. But no, this game is so good that it's actually bringing people together, and they all just want to have fun and have an amazing experience. It is a product that actually uses the live service model in an extremely cool way, making the community come together and take over planets, and because of that, it's just so nice to see people come together and actually have fun playing a new game. And this also still proves that the most important thing if you release something is make sure it's actually fun. You know, not how much battle passes and microtransactions you can put in it. Just make sure the game is fun, and then people will be completely fine to support the game and also buy microtransactions if you add it later. I know, something extremely crazy and mind-blowing, but this game proves that that's how stuff still works. But the game is going through a big controversy right now. No one can play it. And I just want to talk about this a little bit because I have never seen something like this in an extremely long time. The last time I ended up hearing a game was so popular no one could play it, it was Final Fantasy XIV when everyone was trying to jump into that. And the same thing is basically happening with Helldivers. So let's start at the beginning of this story. So when the game first released, it was extremely popular, a lot of Twitch streamers were playing it, and people in general were talking about how good the game was. Then it started spreading with word of mouth. Everyone was telling their friends that it's amazing, everyone saw their favorite streamer playing it, and people talking about it on social media, and the game just organically grew. And it was kind of growing slowly, all until February 15. This was basically the day when the game just exploded. Players kept on buying the game, new people kept on coming in over and over again, and the servers started having some extremely big problems trying to keep up. And currently right now we end up reaching the breaking point where the normal Helldivers experience is that you log in, play for like 2 hours, then you get kicked out because the servers are too full. And because of this, a lot of people actually are starting to get extremely desperate in a really interesting way. For a good example, the game has an extremely big world map where you can go and pick where you want to go. So do you want to go and fight the extremely evil bugs, or do you want to go and fight the robots, which absolutely no one is doing because tons of people on TikTok are just making videos saying that please stop fighting the bugs. We need to go and attack the robots, because no one is doing that, mainly because they are extremely difficult. And I'm very interested to see what's going to happen. I think the robots are just going to continue moving to Super Earth, so if they get there, are they like going to destroy it? I don't know, but that doesn't matter. On the map, in the middle of it, there's a planet which is known as Super Earth. Now, this is kind of the base of operation, where if you are logged on to the game and you're not doing anything, it will say that you are on Super Earth. So that basically means you're not doing anything. You're sitting down there basically just waiting to find a match. And this is something that is extremely important, and this is where the main problem basically starts. Since it is so so hard to find the game, and people are just completely getting kicked out of the servers all the time, so much people are just never taking off their PC. Because currently right now, the game doesn't have a boot system for people who are AFK. Like for most live service games, if you're playing it and you're just sitting down not doing anything, it will kick you out. A good example is something like Destiny. I think if you don't do anything for like 40 something minutes, you will just get booted out because you're inactive. This game doesn't have a system like that because I don't think the developer thought that it was going to become this big, so they didn't think they'll need to do something like that. So because of that, and people ended up realizing that, they just came down to the conclusion to not turn off their PC no matter what. Like they'll be going to school or be going to work and they'll just leave the game on and they'll just stay on Super Earth. So currently right now, if you log on the game and you check where everyone are on the world map, you will see that a big majority of the player base is just sitting there on Super Earth because they don't want to lose their position and get kicked out, because they don't know when they're going to be able to log back in. It could be a couple of days, maybe weeks. Maybe they'll have to wait until the servers get fixed, so they're just staying in there. And that is causing a lot of problems for the community because a lot of the players aren't actually playing the game. They're just sitting down there AFK because they're scared to get kicked out. I don't really know if it's that safe to have your PC running for that long. Like, you're sitting down, okay, I gotta go to work. Let me just keep my PC on as I spend like a whole 9-hour shift, and then I can come back and play some more Helldivers. And that's something that's kind of sad and funny at the same time, that people are just so addicted to this game. They want to play it so badly that they are willing to keep their PC on, and they don't care what happens to it. If it gets set on fire or explode, they are going to hold their ground so they can get their position and play again when they're finally done doing something important. Not only you're increasing your chance of your PC exploding, you're also not allowing other people to play the game. Because if you're someone who actually wants to play the game and not just sit down on Super Earth, well, because a bunch of people are basically doing that, sitting there, taking up slots, well, now actual people can't come in and play anymore, and that is extremely annoying. That's currently the situation that's going on with this game. It is suffering from success, and even someone like me isn't able to play it. You know, I really want to go in and play some Helldivers, but I can't, because I know for a fact if I go and buy the game, I'm not going to be able to play it at all because the servers are probably just going to be shut down. And that is super frustrated, because this looks like a lot of fun. I hope it gets fixed soon, because I really want to jump in. I know they ended up releasing an update not so long ago that they're actually going to add a kick feature on their next hotfix, so maybe that'll be able to stop people just staying there on Super Earth, but only time could tell. Anyway, that's it. This is just something that I wanted to talk about. My name is Lua. You have a good day or night. See ya.